everyone, I'm back. It's been a minute. I have been off of YouTube for a solid 2 months, but it has been for good reason. I am pregnant and I've been so sick. So I very quickly realized I was gonna have to kind of simplify my life as much as possible. And we've just kind of been in survival mode the last 2 months. So YouTube, unfortunately, was one of those things that I had to set aside in order to kind of just survive the last couple of months. But now I am a little over 13 weeks, coming out of that first trimester, starting to feel a lot better, still having a lot of symptoms, unfortunately, but feeling much better than I was over the last 2 months. So here we are. Here's a little peek at the bump. Little baby bump. Like I said, I'm a little over 13 weeks, and if you stick around till the end of the video, I have some ultrasound pictures I will share of our little bean, and some pictures that I took of the boys. If you're new here, I have a 2-year-old Desmond and a 1-year-old Liam, and we took some cute pictures for our little announcement on social media, so I'll put those all in the end of the video if you want to see those. Yeah, where to begin? So, like I said, it's been a minute. I wanted to just sit down, have a cup of tea, and catch up with you all, let you know kind of a little pregnancy update, what's been going on, and then also let you know what my plans are for YouTube going forward. So, grab a cup of tea, get cozy, let's just have a little chat. Where do I start? I guess I'll just start by saying if you subscribe to my channel mostly for sewing content, hi, so happy you're here. There will be more sewing content. I am so excited to get back into my sewing. That unfortunately has been another thing that I had to kind of set aside over the last couple of months and just did not have energy to do. But now I'm getting that energy back and I'm so excited to do more projects. And I'm excited to kind of explore sewing things that will work for maternity wear. I Googled maternity sewing patterns and it was very depressing. There's not a lot out there, and the stuff that I could find was kind of looked like, you know, a potato sack, just not cute. So we're gonna take on that challenge and see what we can make. And of course, everything that I share, hopefully I can make it useful to you, whether you are obviously pregnant or not pregnant, but we can make some really pretty things together. Other than that, I guess there will be pregnancy updates coming, and in a moment I will talk you through how this pregnancy has been going so far. But you can expect pregnancy updates. I always really enjoy watching those, and day in the life, you know, we've shared a lot of day in the life videos in the past. I have been the sickest I've ever been in a pregnancy. This has been my hardest pregnancy by far. It's been challenging. Obviously, so incredibly grateful. Wouldn't have it any other way, but it, you know, I have to be honest, it's been really challenging. We shared in November that we had a miscarriage, which was obviously heartbreaking, so sad. I talked about that in a previous video if you want to see that. But we're so grateful that the Lord is blessing us with another baby, and so quickly. It just is such a gift. When I saw the positive pregnancy test, I really was not expecting it to be positive so soon, and it was just incredible. I literally just burst into tears and fell to my knees, as dramatic as that sounds. It just was such a surprise and so exciting. So we're so grateful. It has been challenging, but growing a human being is never easy. It is hard work. It's hard work growing a person, so of course there's going to be challenges along the way. But like I said, getting into the second trimester, hopefully I'll be able to have a bit of a break from some of the more intense symptoms. With Desi and Liam, I had a lot of nausea and fatigue, but it was much more manageable than it has been this time. It was, you know, as long as I got a pretty good night's sleep and ate regularly, drank enough water, I could feel pretty okay. Like I was still able to function pretty well. I didn't feel great, you know, like I wasn't at my best, but it was much more manageable. And this time everything has just been to a whole other level. I've been much more nauseous, much more fatigued, and there hasn't really been anything, and up until recently. Now things are starting to take the edge off as long as I eat enough and that sort of thing. But the first 11, 12 weeks, nothing really took the edge off. It was just kind of constant nausea and fatigue. And yeah, I also never threw up with Des and Liam. I came close a few times, but for the most part it was just nausea, and this time I actually got to experience throwing up. So it's just been like familiar symptoms that I had in the past, but just taken to a whole other level of intensity. So it's been challenging. Like I said, I am feeling better now. I feel like I hit about 12 weeks and I started getting a little energy back, feeling a little bit more like myself. My anxiety has also been really, really bad. I'm sure in part just after having a miscarriage. I'm sure moms who have been through a loss like that going into another pregnancy, you can understand how scary that is. So, and I just have bad anxiety to begin with. So that's been challenging as well, but there's a light at the end of the tunnel. We're coming out of it, getting some energy back. I am still really nauseous, but as long as I eat enough and drink enough, it takes the edge off and it's pretty manageable. So hopefully as time goes on over the next few weeks, I'll just start to feel more and more like myself, and hopefully the morning sickness doesn't come back in my third trimester, which happened when I was pregnant with Liam. So we'll see. We'll deal with that later if that happens. Yes, all that to say, it's been hard, but it's good, you know? It's part of the process. The challenges are worth it, of course, a million times over, and we're just so excited to meet this little bean in September. So I should say that. I'm due in September, beginning of September, and I have so many friends who are also due around that time, so that's really, really fun. It's gonna be so many babies, it'll be great. We had an ultrasound at 6 weeks, a little over 6 weeks, to kind of confirm how far along I was and check on things. And we got to see the baby's heartbeat at that point. So I was, I think, 6 weeks, 2 days. So it was early, but thankfully we were able to see the tiny little baby and their little flickering beating heart, which was really, really cool and really encouraging too, just to see that they were doing well. We had another ultrasound just a few days ago, actually. That was our 12-week ultrasound, which we have never done before. So this ultrasound was the part of the genetic testing process. You can choose, like, if you want to just do blood work. You can obviously not do any of it if you wanted to, but you can just do blood work, which is what we did in the past because it's a little bit cheaper. But this time, I had always really wanted to do the 12-week ultrasound. There's just so few opportunities to see your baby, especially early on when they're growing and changing so much. And so I had really wanted to do that with Des and Liam and just couldn't really justify it. I was like, it's kind of expensive. But this time I said, okay, I kind of regretted not doing it with Liam, especially with my anxiety. It's just nice to have that chance to check in and check on the baby, right? So we did the ultrasound and the blood work this time, and we got the ultrasound results back. Everything looks great, so we're hopeful that with the blood work, everything will be great too. And it was so cool. It was so cool. I'm so glad we did it. It is a little bit pricey. I'm sure it kind of depends on your insurance, but it is a little pricey, I think, typically to do that ultrasound. But I'm so glad we did it. It was so worth it. It was so cool seeing the baby just wiggling around, and especially after seeing at 6 weeks when they're just kind of this little bean and they're just hanging out. You know, there isn't a whole lot to see. And then 6 weeks later, to go in and see them looking like a full-fledged baby, you know? You can see, we were able to see their tiny little feet and hands and their sweet little face, and they were wiggling and moving around the whole time. It was so so amazing. I'm so glad we did that. We do not know the gender, and our plan is to wait to find out the gender until the birth, which we've never done before. With Des and Liam, we found out that they were boys, obviously, at 20 weeks both times. So this time, I was originally planning on finding out early, and then I had talked with some friends who are also expecting, and they had said, well, if you wait, we'll wait. And I thought about doing the blood test early to find out that way, and then I had a friend tell me that it wasn't always accurate. So then I started overthinking that. Was like, well, then if we wait till 20 weeks, why not just wait the whole time? I don't know. So it'll be a cool experience, I think. It'll be hard to wait, especially going into that 20-week anatomy scan. I know when they ask, do you want to find out? It's going to be really hard not to be like, just tell us. But I think it'll be really worth it, and it'll be a really cool experience. Everyone I've talked to who has waited until the birth has said, that they loved doing it that way and that it was so neat. So we're excited to do that and find out what we're having. I think we're having a girl, but Quincy will laugh because I am always wrong. I've been right, I think, one time. My sister-in-law's baby, I think I was right about what they were having, but other than that, I'm never right, so who knows? But I think we're having a girl in part just because this pregnancy experience has been so different. I know that's not like a given. It's just my feeling, and seeing the baby on the ultrasound, for some reason I was kind of getting girl vibes. I don't know. Quincy thinks we're having a boy. We'll see. Obviously, we will be so thrilled either way. I love, love, love having little boys, and it would be really fun to have another boy. But we also would love to have a little girl. So we'll see. Time will tell. We'll find out in September. What else should I fill you all in on? Let me know if you are someone who likes to see pregnancy updates. Let me know if there are certain things you would like me to share or talk about in future pregnancy updates. I'm happy to do that. I'm kind of new to sharing this sort of thing, so I'm not quite sure, everything that I should include. So I'd appreciate your feedback on that, and so excited to share this pregnancy journey with you. It would be really, really cool to kind of document the process. The boys are doing really well. Des and Liam are being their usual cute, hilarious selves. I'm excited to share some more of them with you in our day in the life videos. Quincy is doing really well, just kind of plugging away. I have to throw in here huge, huge, huge shout out to my husband who has been an absolute lifesaver. I mean, what would I have done without his help? I don't know. I mean, he has been incredible. He's always so helpful. Like, he's a very involved, hands-on dad and husband, and he's always great about that kind of thing. But as I've been so sick and struggling so hard, I mean, guys, for a while there, just walking up my stairs was a huge challenge. Like, that amount of movement was about all I could do. I mean, it's been intense. So keeping up with a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old has been a lot, but thankfully my husband has been so helpful. He has stepped up so much and picked up so much of my slack. I'm so, so grateful for him. So yes. All that being said, there's an update. Hopefully I included what I should have included. Hopefully you feel updated. But that's what's been going on. It's been a crazy, crazy couple of months, and this whole year I'm sure is going to be pretty wild as we grow to be a family of 5. I can't, my brain just broke a little bit saying that. It's crazy. So crazy. So, so, so thankful. Thank you, Lord, for this precious baby. So exciting. I hope you'll stick around and follow our journey, and if you're waiting again on sewing content, it is coming. Thank you for your patience. Thank you so much for all of your support and your sweet comments on my sewing videos. That has been so fun to see. I didn't check my YouTube stuff for quite a while. I obviously wasn't uploading, but I also wasn't really checking comments or anything. I think I got on like once or twice to check it, and each time I got on, there were so many sweet comments. So thank you. That was really, really cool to see and really encouraging, just in kind of that waiting period, to see that people were still interacting with everything, and hopefully there will be some of you ready to enjoy some new videos soon. I don't know how frequently I'll be uploading. I'm kind of gonna give myself that freedom to just upload when I'm able to upload. Of course, I enjoy making videos and I'm excited to be able to get back into it, so hopefully there will be a video a week. That would be my hope, but I'm just not going to commit to anything super hard and fast because I am still having so many symptoms. You know, pregnancy is hard work. Growing a new person is hard work, so I'm going to give myself a little bit of slack there. But there will be new videos coming, day in the life videos, pregnancy videos, sewing videos, all kinds of stuff, summer activity stuff. I'm so excited to go do stuff outside. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate you sitting down and having this little chat with me. We will be back with more videos very, very soon. Like I said before, I will put ultrasound pictures and the pictures of the boys from our announcement at the end of this video if you want to see those. Bye guys.